In the heart of our planet lies a sea that has swallowed empires, carried religions across continents, sparked wars, and shaped civilizations older than recorded memory. A sea where monsoons once dictated the fate of kings, and where the smallest shift in wind could change the destiny of the world. This is the Indian Ocean. For thousands of years, the Indian Ocean has been more than just water. It has been a highway of stories, a crossroads where Africa, Arabia, India, and Southeast Asia met long before global maps even existed. Trade, migration, exploration, culture, and conflict all converged here, creating some of the most powerful connections in human history. Today, we dive deep into the tides of time, following the ocean's journey from prehistoric settlement to ancient trade dynasties, to colonial battles, to modern geopolitics. And by the end, you'll understand why this vast blue expanse remains one of the most important regions on Earth. Imagine standing on the shore of East Africa nearly 60,000 years ago. The air is thick with salt. The waves crash in slow, rhythmic thunder, and small groups of early humans stare across the horizon into the unknown. This ocean, though dangerous and unpredictable, became their pathway. Archaeologists believe the first great human migrations out of Africa were guided by the shorelines of the Indian Ocean, carrying early humans to Arabia, India, and beyond into Southeast Asia. They followed fish, fresh water, and favorable winds, never knowing that they were mapping humanity's future. The Indian Ocean wasn't just water, it was a bridge. By 3000 BCE, ancient civilizations began to harness its power. On the coast of present-day Pakistan, the Indus Valley civilization built bustling ports like Lothal, where ships, simple yet sturdy, ventured into open waters. Across the sea, the civilizations of Mesopotamia and Arabia exchanged copper, beads, spices, and stories with the people of the Indian subcontinent. Thousands of kilometers to the west, on the African coast, early Swahili settlements emerged. These weren't isolated villages. They were cosmopolitan hubs where Africans, Arabs, and Persians lived and traded side by side. The smell of incense, the sound of foreign tongues, and the sight of ships with full white sails became part of daily life. And then came something that changed everything: the monsoon winds. The Indian Ocean is the only ocean where a massive seasonal wind system reverses direction every year. To modern scientists, it's a meteorological cycle. To ancient sailors, it was magic. Every year, like clockwork, one season carried winds from Africa toward India, the other pushed ships from India toward Africa. These winds were reliable, predictable, almost like a natural engine. Arab, Indian, and Persian sailors learned to read the skies, to feel the weight of the clouds, to watch how the sea darkened when a new season approached. With monsoon mastery came a revolution. Trade exploded, ports flourished, and the Indian Ocean became the world's first international superhighway. By the first millennium CE, the Indian Ocean was at the center of a massive economic web, connecting East Africa, Arabia, Persia, India, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Indonesia, China. The goods were exotic and priceless: gold and ivory from Africa, frankincense from Oman, spices from India and the Maldives, silk and porcelain from China, timber and rare plants from Southeast Asia. But this was more than just trade. With every ship came people, ideas, religions, and entire cultures. Buddhism traveled from India to Sri Lanka, Indonesia, and all the way to China. Islam spread along the coasts of East Africa and Southeast Asia, carried by merchants, not conquerors. Arab traders married local women, forming the foundations of the Swahili culture, a beautiful blend of African, Arab, and Persian traditions. Languages mixed, architecture evolved, new cities emerged. Imagine the port of Kilwa in Tanzania around the 12th century. You would hear a symphony of languages: Arabic, Swahili, Persian, Gujarati, Somali. Ships from every corner of the ocean lined the harbor, their sails rustling like wings. The Indian Ocean became the world's first globalized zone long before the word globalization existed. Where wealth flows, power follows. From the Cholas of South India, whose naval expeditions once struck deep into Southeast Asia, to the Arab empires who dominated the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf, to the Chinese fleets of Admiral Zheng He, whose enormous treasure ships shocked the world in the 1400s. The Indian Ocean was the stage where mighty empires projected their strength. But the peace of this ocean would not last forever, because soon strangers would arrive, uninvited. The year was 1498 when Vasco da Gama sailed around Africa and reached India. For the civilizations of the Indian Ocean, it was simply another ship, one of thousands. But it wasn't. The Portuguese came with a different purpose. Not to join the trade network, but to control it. Soon cannons thundered across once peaceful ports. Portuguese fortresses rose on coastlines from Mozambique to Oman to India. They imposed taxes, seized ships, and took over trade routes. Then came the Dutch, the British, the French. Each one fought for control. Each one left lasting scars on the region. By the 1800s, the Indian Ocean had become a battlefield of empires, its people caught in the middle of global conquest. One of the darkest chapters in the ocean's history unfolded quietly, away from the Atlantic headlines: the Indian Ocean slave trade. For centuries, Africans were taken from the coasts and islands of East Africa and shipped to Arabia, Persia, India, and beyond. Men were forced into labor. Women were taken into households. Children were separated from their families forever. These stories rarely appear in mainstream history books, yet the pain still echoes through communities across the region. But even in darkness, seeds of strength grew. The Swahili coast resisted foreign domination. Local leaders united, and eventually, the tides began to turn. After centuries of colonial control, nations around the Indian Ocean gained independence throughout the 1900s. India in 1947, Indonesia in 1949, many African nations in the 1960s. The people reclaimed their ports, their waters, and their destiny. But a new kind of battle was beginning. One not fought with swords or cannons, the battle for resources, for oil, for sea lanes, for influence. The Indian Ocean had become the beating heart of global trade. Whoever controlled it, controlled the future. Today, the Indian Ocean handles 1/3 of the world's shipping. Tankers from the Middle East carry fuel across the globe. Cargo ships connect China, Africa, India, and Europe in constant motion. Powerful nations compete for influence. India, China, the United States, Saudi Arabia, and Australia, and emerging African economies. Strategic choke points like the Strait of Hormuz, Bab el-Mandeb, and Malacca determine the movement of global energy. But the modern era brings new challenges. Rising sea levels threaten island nations like the Maldives. Overfishing endangers marine life. Climate change disrupts the once reliable monsoon system. Piracy resurged off the coast of Somalia. The Indian Ocean remains as unpredictable and as critical as ever. For thousands of years, the Indian Ocean shaped us. Now, for the first time, we are shaping it. The question today is no longer how the monsoons will guide sailors, but whether humanity can protect the ocean that once protected us. We stand at a turning point. If sea levels keep rising, ancient coastal cities may disappear. If temperatures continue to climb,